Alrighty, we're back with another dystopian cyberpunk investing guide, and today we're going to talk about Vector, and specifically the fire team. So let's ask the most basic question: who effing cares? So endgame in GFL2 consists of two major things: it's Gunsmoke Frontline, the much beloved Gunsmoke Frontline, and expansion drills, specifically expansion drills with frenzy mode activated. The only other thing to worry about is like things that don't have a time limit, like the Crossroads challenge for the bosses. And that's kind of it. Everything else, like boundary push and challenge mode for the events, is super easy. You can kind of clear it with whatever you. In fact, yesterday, the other day on stream, I just literally slapped 5 units together. Didn't make any sense, no cohesion at all, and I hit auto battle, and I was able to clear whatever expansion drill 9. So as long as it's not a boss battle on expansion drill frenzy mode, you're probably going to be able to just cruise through with whatever units. So people actually aren't trolling you when they say just pull for the units you like, which is not helpful at all if you like all the units and you're trying to decide on which ones to get. Yeah, so we're specifically going to talk about Vector and like why she's a really good choice to invest in as far as her and the fire team. So let's answer the next question you're going to have, which is why should you get Vector versus, say, like Klukai or Macchiato? Well, on average, teams overall tend to perform better than specific units, and the fire team is one of the most value-friendly teams in the game, and it will be like that for a long time. Luckily, we have the foresight of knowing what the Chinese servers have. We're going to be able to kind of like look into the future here and not just like make things up. The reason why she's so valuable is that she is the core piece of the fire team that allows you to build off of her. There'll be future units that are fire, and there'll be other options for fire team like members, but she is the kind of the glue that ties it all together and makes them all work together as a cohesive unit. And because of that, the team's overall performance is equal to or better than some other team combos, while also being incredibly simple to use, which we'll kind of talk about later. I might give an example at the end. And the team actually is going to improve over time because there's going to be a couple more options that you're going to be able to grab in the future. And mostly as you grab segments for characters that you already own, the team will become stronger and stronger. So yeah, by grabbing Vector, you can build a whole entire team based off of her. And she's the only one that you're going to have to spend limited access tickets to get. The other characters on the team, you can kind of just get as you go. And as your account strengthens over time, so will the members of this team. And like I had mentioned before, the team doesn't actually like lose strength over time. It actually stays very competitive, even to the current Chinese release today, which is about 6 months ahead of us. The CN servers are about 6 months ahead of where we're at right now. Okay, so Ernizzle, your Vector propaganda has convinced me. I'm going to get her. What should I get? Well, let's start with just getting the character herself. So just getting Vector and her base kit, that's going to amplify the team's fire damage, the fire team specifically, anywhere from like 20 to 40%, depending on how much fire damage they can deal. And mostly, she's also going to contribute a sizable amount of damage herself. She's not like other supports that kind of just sit there and look pretty. She actually contributes to damage, and I'm tempted to use the term sub DPS. For newer players especially, this is a very important point. If you have a very well-rounded account and developed account, you can match a lot of the boss types much easier, but for newer players, you don't have a lot of choices, so being able to inflict fire weakness onto any target is very important because it allows you to take the fire team into any piece of content and be successful with it. Almost every single boss in the game has a mechanic tied to stability. At the very least, it's usually damage reduction if they're not stability broken. So implanting fire weakness on a target allows you to shred through its stability much quicker than you normally would, which allows you to, at the very least, strip off the damage reduction from bosses. So she's providing a damage boost for the team, and she's allowing the team to be used in any piece of content, which is very, very important for newer players and people with like less developed rosters. So after you've grabbed just Vector herself, the next thing you want to consider is investing a little bit more. And the first investment that you're going to want to consider is grabbing her segment 1. Her segment 1 is very, very strong, and the reason for that is because not only does it increase the team's fire damage by 30%, it increases the number of support attacks they can do. So on paper, it's 30% fire damage for the whole team, which with a correctly built fire team is all the damage that they put out. Almost all the damage they put out. But in addition to that, because it also allows for more support attacks, it's going to be on paper 30%, but in reality more than 30% because you're going to get more attacks. The reason this is insane value for the segment is because not only does it increase the overall team's damage by 30%, this is going to scale with better units as they're released. So if they were to create a sniper character that's fire and it like does twice as much damage as everybody else in the game, well, guess what? She's still going to amp that damage by 30%. So by grabbing this segment, you are not only increasing the team's current damage, you're increasing future characters' damage as well. So when it comes to newer accounts and newer players, for the cost of a couple hundred tickets, depending on your luck, you can get everything you need to tackle endgame content and casual content, and you'll also be investing in future units that are not even previewed yet. Right now, the best part about this team is that since Vector is the only one that's a limited character, the rest of the team can be acquired over time through standard tickets, which while you don't normally want to spend collapse pieces on, you just kind of get them naturally throughout the game. So as you play the game and as you level your account, you're going to accumulate these standard tickets and get more and more of these segments for the characters that matter and weapons. There's kind of no other character that gives you that value proposition at the current time, because not only are you investing in a team that currently exists right now, you're also getting value in the future as well. So, are you on a budget? Do you want value? Well, come on down to Ernizel's Blazing Hot Flash Fire sale and get it all, because this character is an all-encompassing, all-in-one package deal. Furthermore, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but you can expand on this team in the future with a couple units, MP5 or Perry, and Captain China or
Towa.
Both of these units pair very well, and we kind of know that they're coming in the future. But like I said, in the future as well, even if there's another character that they haven't even previewed yet, there's almost no way that Vector doesn't hold a spot in this team for a very, very long time. So after you've grabbed her segment 1, the next thing you want to consider about investing in is the weapon. Now, her custom elite weapon is not as important as her segment 1. But the custom elite weapon does increase the team's overall damage from anywhere from 10 to 20%. If you're doing all fire damage, then it's a solid 20%. If you've got a little bit of mixed damage, it's anywhere from 10 to 20%. But once again, that's another huge boost to the team that's going to scale with future characters. So to summarize, getting this character and getting segment 1, maybe considering getting her weapon as well, these are investments that are going to last you a very, very long time. It's going to make endgame modes, specifically endgame modes that are difficult, like the Frenzy bosses and Gunsmoke Frontline. Not that Gunsmoke Frontline has a great return on what you get, but being able to clear Frenzy mode 18 and getting 2 basic info cores every couple weeks is a huge boon to your account. And this is going to make that way more comfortable and way more easy to do and consistent. And in addition to that, if you like some of the future units, well, you're already set up. She's going to be able to pair with them perfectly. So Vector truly is a well-designed support that's going to just kind of slot in and just kind of be the core pillar of the fire team for the foreseeable future. Just like Meech T and Klukai are going to be foreseeable pillars of the not quite fully developed Corrosion team right now, but you get the same idea from these. Did I forget to talk about Chongju and Chartery? Oh my god, I didn't mention them.